Hey there, this is Matt with State of Flux here with a review for Smile 2. This is a movie that is nowhere near as fresh or scary as the original Smile, and yet somehow is able to overcome and be the better movie. This is so well acted by Naomi Scott that I feel like she genuinely deserves awards attention. This is a smart, scary movie that takes the conventions utilized in the first one, doesn't really change them too much, but puts them to such expert use that you are captivated in an admittedly kind of long horror film. Horror films generally are like 90 to 100 minutes. This is 2 hours and 10 minutes. Never feels its length. You are captivated and you want to know what's going to happen and you want her to get out. But what this series has done is take a survivor's guilt approach to horror that is really, really complex and interesting. And I really, truly love these movies. Now, as I say, it's not scary as the first one is. The first one is genuinely frightening. There are frightening moments in this one, but this one I think substitutes extreme gore for like the horror of it all, and it doesn't work as well for me. But it is also character motivated in a way that I think is compelling because her character is a very flawed individual, and she's trying to overcome that flaw. And the braveness of allowing your character to be as flawed as she is, and for people to rally and root for her, audiences I'm talking about, is pretty interesting. They take a kind of interesting approach as well. That like it's strange that there are two pseudo horror films this year in both Trap and Smile 2 that take a celebrity rock star and make them the sole focus of your horror show. But it's neat how people's response is to that, because people saw Trap and there your character is a genuinely likable, good person, and people are like, this is awful, I hate her character, this is all just nepotism and all that kind of stuff, and they were attacking her in the movie. This movie gives you an incredibly flawed person who's a literal murderer, manslaughterer, literally responsible for the death of another individual, and people are rooting for and rallying around her, and a lot of people are really praising how this character is used, and I just think that's really kind of interesting and unique. That being said, I really liked this movie, and as I say, her character, they kind of just lift Demi Lovato and ask the question, like, what if Demi Lovato was in a horror film that's just full of the spooky noochies? And this is that movie. But I don't think that's a bad thing. As I say, Naomi Scott gives a hell of a performance. I really like it. The ending is phenomenal, and I was talking to a couple of my coworkers who had a really ingenious way to do a third movie that I'll talk about right at the end. I give this movie a very firm 3.5 out of 4 stars. It's one of my favorites of the year, certainly my favorite horror film, I think, of the year, besides Late Night with the Devil. So let me know what you think of this in the comment section down below. Stick along for another minute so we can talk about that ending if you want the spoiler. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. If you're here for the spoilers, let's talk spoilers. At the end, she kills herself in front of a whole active live audience, potentially spreading this to everyone in attendance. So I think they could do a kind of a pandemic version of Smile for the third one, and maybe have people wearing masks and stuff like that so they can't see the smile as a way to hide from it. And I'm really interested to see where this movie goes. This movie did well enough to get that green light of a sequel, and I'm really excited to see that. The only thing I don't love about this franchise, though, is it keeps taking underutilized performers who are incredible, like, what's her name? Something Bacon. Kevin Bacon's daughter. Speaking of nepotism. Kevin Bacon's daughter in the first movie, or Kyle Gallner in the first and second movie, and now Naomi Scott, taking these phenomenally underused, fantastic actors and killing them so they can't bring them back, which is kind of disappointing. So I can't wait to see which other underutilized actor comes in the third one and gets blithely killed off. But the whole approach of shared trauma and survivor's guilt is what motivates this horror franchise, and it's really interesting to how it's used. And I genuinely am excited for what they continue. That also said is this movie didn't make nearly as much money as that first movie did, which was kind of a runaway success. This one was definitely a success, but much more front-loaded and didn't have the staying power that that first one did. However, these movies, the way they're writing them, seems to need an elevated budget each time, and I don't know if that's going to ultimately pay off. So I hope whatever they design for the third one ends conclusively, or has a satisfying, conclusive ending, should there need to be one. Because I don't know if it'll be able to match the budget that needs to be inflated for it. Anyway, that's me rambling. Let me know what you think of this film in the comment area down below. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Follow me on TikTok at MattStateOfFlux. Peace.